What is going on, IVE Warriors? It's your boy Edward V, and today we're going to talk about why I don't like coffee. That's right, why an intermittent fasting guy doesn't like coffee. We exist, guys. Stay tuned. So one of the most blasphemous things you can do as an intermittent fasting advocate, as someone who absolutely enjoys intermittent fasting and all of the characteristics that come with intermittent fasting, you must be a coffee drinker. Yes, if you don't drink coffee, you ain't really doing it right. It's stylish, it's trendy, and it doesn't have that many calories. So what's the big deal? I get the backlash all the time when people come to me and say, I might be a little confused. I feel like you're advocating for not drinking coffee, but I'm sure that that's not the case because you must love drinking coffee. And I'm guessing that they think that I love drinking coffee because I do intermittent fasting, and like those two things go hand in hand. See, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, but I do know that intermittent fasting is a very hard thing to package into a monetary device. And by that I mean it's very hard to make some money out of intermittent fasting. So people have to find ways to make money out of intermittent fasting. Not pointing any fingers at specific companies or specific influencers, but they need something to be tied with intermittent fasting that they can put in a nice little package and present to you for a sale. So coffee has become all the rave with the intermittent fasting community for a while now, and it's seen almost as something that goes hand in hand with intermittent fasting. But I'm gonna show you the reasons why you don't want to drink coffee, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that some of the effects of coffee is actually counteracting some of the positive effects that you can get from intermittent fasting. And on top of that, there are other things that may concern you a little bit more as well when dealing with coffee. Now, for one, you don't need it. You absolutely don't need it. It is the same way that you are dependent on food when you eat all the time and you're constantly eating. Because you are in that rhythm of eating food all the time, it's hard for you to fast. But once you start fasting and you break out of that rhythm, then it's very easy for you to fast and you don't even think about food the way you thought about food before. And it works the same way, but the problem is that caffeine is basically a drug, and a very addictive one, if I might add. It's hard to break out of something that you may be addicted to. So why would you purposely want to make yourself get addicted to anything? That's not something that I want to do, not at all. And a lot of people say they drink coffee for either one, the energy boost that they need in the morning because they need food in their system to have that energy. But in reality, when you're fasted, your fight or flight mode kicks in. Your fight or flight mode increases focus and energy. So your body has naturally created a system for you to have energy when you're fasting. When you introduce coffee, your body decides, hey, I don't have to do all this work. This thing is doing all the work for me, so I'm just gonna go on vacation. Your body's energy resources go on vacation because it thinks you're going to constantly give it coffee. And when you don't, it isn't ready and willing and able to fulfill the needs of energy and focus that you're looking for when you just stop drinking coffee. You're gonna have to stop drinking coffee for a long time for it to click and your body to say, he doesn't have that other source anymore. Let's start working. And another one that people use is, it suppresses my appetite. Well, then stop suppressing your appetite. You have to disconnect yourself from these things so that you can go ahead and fast naturally with your own body, with your own mind and body. It is very possible. Thousands and millions of people do it every single day. You can too. Once you take coffee out of the equation and you build that rhythm, you'll be able to pull it off just like everyone else who does intermittent fasting without coffee. Now here's a big reason why you don't want to drink coffee. Coffee increases your catecholamine, which is a stress hormone that increases your insulin. That's right. The thing that you're doing to stop your insulin from going up, which is intermittent fasting, is being counteracted by a stress hormone that comes from coffee. Why would you create that battle inside of your body unnecessarily? All you gotta do is grab a cup of water or a water bottle, and you will not be counteracting anything in your body while you're fasting. Another reason why you don't want to drink coffee, and this one doesn't counteract intermittent fasting, but it's not a good thing, is the elevated urinary excretion of really important minerals. Minerals such as calcium, magnesium, even potassium. Those things are super important, but guess what? You're elevating its release when you drink coffee, because the ingredients in coffee stimulate the excretion of those important minerals. And then there's the thing that many of you would love to be able to avoid, but you can't, is the 2 million plus bacteria that can be found in almost every single coffee maker. Coffee makers are a cesspool for bacteria, mold, growth, and you're just adding water to it, and that water is seeping through into your cup of joe, and you're drinking that. According to a swab test that was done by KDKA TV in Pittsburgh, over 2 million different bacteria were found in most coffee makers. And it's so much bacteria that it's actually getting people sick. And you're gonna go ahead and drink that? Do yourself a favor, guys. Truly fast, 100%. Don't even put a calorie in your body. You will win in the end. It will be better for you in the end. Drink water. I don't want to stress this enough. Water is the best thing you can use because it is nothing. It is simply water. It has no calories. It will not interact or interfere with your benefits of intermittent fasting, which is something that you don't want to do, but coffee does that. So please don't fall into the hype of what coffee can do for an intermittent faster, because not only does it not do much, it actually takes you into the opposite direction and battles with some of the elements that you are trying to elevate when you do intermittent fasting. And not to mention 2 million plus bacteria, that's just disgusting. So guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, because without that notification bell, you most likely won't receive the notification that a new video has dropped. As I said, YouTube is increasingly sending less and less notifications to subscribers, and I know you guys want this intermittent fasting content. So go ahead, hit that bell icon, do yourself a favor, and you'll be set with really good intermittent fasting content. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you have any other questions to any other videos that I've had in the past, I will have one here. My subscribe button will be down here, and my jump rope, when it's ready, will be on my website, which you can click here. Have a good one. Peace.